Hi guys, so I lost you on the last video because I didn't realize my camera battery was dead. Again, I don't have an edit button or an editor on my computer. I may, but I'm not sure. So it's going to have to be in two videos. But I want to kind of go where I left off. I was in the middle of Mod Podging my tiles, and I did get the four different ones done, so I want you to see those. Now I'm still Mod Podging them because they take about 4 or 5 layers per tile, and that's just to make sure that you seal those really well. So here's what the 4 designs, that one's still drying, look like. And I'll kind of get close for you so you can see those. So I'll show them to you up close. We have just the plain brown, like the mitt. And here's the baseball one, and I made sure I got all the writing, the newspaper, everything I could all in one. We have the one that has the baseballs and all that. And then the one that looks like a baseball. Aren't those cool? So like I said, you want to do your layers of the Mod Podge. This one is still wet. And I'm going to use one of these. I'll use this one. I'm going to put the little steps on it for you and show you. But what you want to do is you want to make sure you do 4 layers in this motion, just going over it. You can see what I'm doing. And kind of keep the lines as straight as possible. But you want to make sure that it dries about 10 to 15 minutes per coat, just to make sure it's dry so that the paper doesn't lift and you don't get too many lines in there. And you want to go around the edges too so that that paper is sealing to the tile. So like I said, I would say to be safe 4 to 5 coats. So put that to the side and let those dry. Now I'm going to back you up here a little bit, just a tad. And now what I'm going to do is I took the mosaic tiles that I showed you earlier. I've got that whole sheet for $4.99, and I took 4 of them off. And those are going to be the little steps on the back of our tiles so that this isn't rubbing on anybody's table. And you could also like paint this side if you want to. I'm just going to leave them plain and put the tiles on. And what I use to do this is a product called E6000 that you can get at your local craft store. And all we're going to do is I chose 4 different ones because the tiles are all so different. And I unplugged this earlier, but you're going to have to unplug it every time you use it and put it back. So I'm going to put 4 little dabs on the corners. This stuff is like great. You can use it for so many different projects. It's a great thing to have around. I have 2 tubes of it. It's a little costly, but it's not overly expensive, I don't think. You can actually find it at Walmart as well as your craft stores. So I think at Walmart it might be about 75 cents to $1 cheaper per tube. So, you know, if you're at Walmart, pick some up. Okay, I'm going to put that on there. And now I'm just going to take my little tiles, and I want the pretty side showing because if someone flips them over, you want to be able to see that pretty side of the tile. And the back of it, you know, was against a net, so just go ahead and put those on the 4 corners. And these aren't super sharp. They look like glass and they're kind of smooth. So we'll put those on there. And you're going to want to let these set up and dry. And these are probably going to take, to be completely dry, honestly, I'd say at least 24 hours. So you want to do these ahead of time because they're going to take some time to dry and you want them to be set in place. But as you can see, it's going to help set them up. See how they're up so that the tile isn't rubbing against your table and all that. And it's kind of pretty because, I'll get close, the tiles are real pretty and glassy. They have all different kinds. They had a couple different ones that were $4.99 a sheet, and then they had some really fancy ones, and those were a little bit more expensive. So it just depends on what you want to spend. But we're going to do all 4 of those, and then what we'll do is we're going to stack these tiles on top of each other, and you know, the little mosaic tiles will kind of separate them. And then I'm going to take some ribbon, and I think I'm just going to go to the craft store, or I have some leftover ribbon from when I made my frame And I'm just going to take this ribbon and we're going to tie it around. I'll go from the bottom and I'm going to tie this around the coasters and give it as a gift. And I think that that would be really pretty and fun and unique. Or I'll sell them in my boutique as Christmas gifts so that people can buy them from me. I have a lot of homemade gifts in my boutique. So as you'll see soon, as soon as I get a recording of it, I'll show you all the stuff. We have a lot of local people here, and I'm all about supporting the local people. So I have some stuff that I purchase out of town, but then I have a lot of consignment from local people that do all kinds of fun things. So why not consign myself and make some of my own projects to put in there? And so I'm going to make a set of 4 coasters, and they're going to be really fun and unique and not anything you can find anywhere else, and put my little mosaic tiles. I'm going to continue doing that. But I wanted to share this with you, and it's fun, it's exciting. Again, like I told you in my Almond Joy cookie in a jar, you know, gifts from the heart mean the most to people, and people love them. It's something that they can't buy in any store. It came from you. It came from your mind. You designed it. You decorated it. You made it, or whatever. And people love that stuff. I mean, like I said, I know that I do. So if you have any questions about these coasters that we're making out of tiles, you can go back and watch my picture tile, and it's the same process, and do that one. If you have any questions about the E6000 or anything that I've used in this video, feel free to write me. I hope you get to make some of these. They're really fun, and they're actually super fun if you personalize them with pictures. It's a great grandparents gift. Go get some pictures, run off, and use your pictures as your coaster, and then you have a way to share pictures of your children or yourself or your dogs or whatever through the year, and give them to family members. So again, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave those. Inbox me if you need to. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Like I've told you before, it's important to me. It shows me that people are watching and that they like what I'm doing, and it keeps me motivated. And until next time, next recipe, next craft, whatever we do, God bless and have a wonderful day.